About the Finnmarkslopet of last week, can you tell me a story of a time you were really scared during this race? Or you weren't scared at all? Never.
I don't think I was really scared at any point, but we had a storm in the beginning, which was, it's not, I have really good dogs in bad weather, and as long as I know we're headed the right direction, they're really good. But it's a big challenge, to go through a storm. And then we had rain and clear ice and very little snow, and then we had another storm. I think it was a lot about keeping the focus on taking really good care of your dogs, because it's heavy to run through a storm, so it's very important that you take extremely good care of your dogs at every checkpoint when the race is a little bit more challenging than usual.
Yeah. And have you ever been lost? In case, where?
I wasn't lost in this race, but I haven't been lost in other races. But usually you can tell that you don't see any more markers, and then you turn around and you go until you see the marker that you lost.
It's not
but
that wrong.
On this race I didn't get lost, so it was good.
And when have you been aware you had won this race?
You never really know until you cross the finish line, and I'm not so focused on winning, but I'm focused on racing a best possible race with my dogs and their capacity, and I could feel that they were doing really good and they were strong the whole way, and I knew we were gonna finish good, but I didn't know the exact position we were in.
Now, as you mentioned the rain and the snow, I wanted to ask you about your feeling and your opinion about the global warming and how this global warming eventually affects the dog's life.
Yeah, I definitely think it's a global warming, and I think we're going to feel it more and more over these years, and probably there will be more extreme weather, more weather disasters, but I hope that we can still run dogs for many, many more years, and that hopefully this was just a bad year and next year will be better, but there's definitely something happening with the environment, and I think maybe next generation or the generation after may not have the possibility to run dogs like we do now. Okay.
Now, about other races, can you tell me something about about the nights? I'm very interested in living the nights during the races. So, if you tell me what you remember of the best night, the most beautiful night during any race. And then about the worst.
During any race?
Yeah.
There's so many beautiful nights, but
what happens during?
I think some of the beautiful nights are on the Iditarod Trail, where you have really tall mountains and lots of northern lights, cold weather, stars.
Do you have time to watch at stars and the northern lights while racing?
If we have time to enjoy?
Yeah, to enjoy.
Yeah, I do, yeah. I do enjoy all my time on the sled.
Yeah. Did you see...
and we did have some northern light on the Finnmark this year too, but not as much as we usually have.
So not this year, yeah? Any northern lights
this year too, but it wasn't much, not as much as we usually have on the Finnmark.
And do the dogs feel anything strange during the northern lights exhibits, displays?
I don't know, but usually when you have northern lights, it's cold and clear, and I definitely like the cold weather and the clear nights. And
so they are perhaps more excited, or?
Out of it.
They are more excited, or?
energy.
More energy. Okay. And now, finally, the worst night you ever had during a race.
What
The worst. The night.
worst?
Yeah.
Oh, I think it's not. It's the worst for me is if a dog gets sick or hurt or injured. It doesn't matter if it's cold or bad weather or that we can deal with. But the worst case is if I have an injured dog or a sick dog.
And this happened in your life?
No, I didn't have any sick or injured dogs
Never.
this year. I mean, it was just very small things that did that. I dropped some dogs,
and
but
in
it was
the past?
nothing big.
And during the past
So they're
races?
all happy and healthy.
Mm-hmm.